In my last video, I talked about some of my favorite and least favorite things in The Sims 2. A lot of you guys in the comments were quick to point out that a lot of my issues with Sims 2 could be fixed by mods. Being as I didn't have a single mod installed at the time that I made that video, I decided it was time to do a deep dive into the Sims 2 mods and discover which ones are the best after more than 20 years of Sims 2. Some of these are designed to fix limitations with the game, while others add entirely new gameplay and functionality. And stay tuned to the end to see my #1 must-have mod for Sims 2. Don't you wish your Sims would be a little more spontaneous when it comes to romance? Well, the autonomous casual romance mod is there for you. This is hands down one of the most popular mods for Sims 2, and I can definitely see why. This adds autonomous romance to the game, allowing your Sims to get freaky whenever they want. It also adds a ton of new possibilities around teen pregnancy, teen woohoo, risky woohoo, and pregnancy odds. You're gonna have a lot of unplanned pregnancies on your hands with this mod installed. But don't worry, because you can take a plan B, also known as a morning after pill. With this mod, you can also set unique parameters based on your entire neighborhood or override it for just a specific lot. There are so many settings here for you to tweak, and you can really customize this mod to fit your world exactly how you want it. This reminds me a lot of Wicked Whims, but without the freaky animations we all know and love. For the next mod, don't you wish that Sims 2 was just a little bit more modernized? That's where the Sims 2 RPC comes into play. This is a custom Sims 2 launcher made by the legendary Lazy Duchess. It gives you a ton of new options when playing the game, such as the smooth camera rotation that we had in Sims 3, there's a 4GB patch, and you can check a box for it to automatically clean your cache every time you play the game. There's also a fix for firstborn syndrome, which apparently is an issue where all your Sims children are going to look the same as their firstborn. Personally, I've never experienced this issue, but it definitely sounds like it could be annoying, especially on longer legacy runs. Sims 2 RPC also gives you the borderless window option, which is awesome if you have a dual monitor setup like myself. I'm the type of person who loves to watch videos while I play The Sims, so this is a great workaround and it fits perfectly with my setup. In addition, this mod improves shadows and the lot imposters, and it gives you the ability to choose which expansions you want to play with. Overall, this mod does a very great job of modernizing the game and streamlining some minor issues. I don't know where I would be today without the borderless window option. I mean, thank you, Lazy Duchess. If you played Sims 3 or Sims 4, you're probably used to seeing a ton of interactions available on the computer. Unfortunately, with Sims 2, these interactions are pretty limited and there's not much you can really do with your computer. Luckily, Monique's hacked computer mod fixes this and adds a ton of new functionality for the computer. With this mod, we have a brand new baking system which allows your Sims to withdraw and deposit money. There's online shopping, and you can also study skills from the computer. This mod also comes with several different colors and models for your Sims to choose from, including a laptop. Now guys, if you've ever played The Sims 2 without any mods installed, I know you've been so annoyed when your Sim spends the entire day out on the town only for them to get home and you realize that no time has passed at all. This is such an immersion breaker, and honestly sometimes it just killed my entire drive to play The Sims 2. But luckily we have this mod. This makes it so that time passed on community lots also reflects when your Sim gets home. So if your Sim is gone for 10 hours at the gym, when they get home it's still going to be the same time as when they left. But there's going to be a timer that counts down the time until your Sim gets home. This makes it so that if you have any Sims that were home while your other Sim was at the gym, you can still play through that quote-unquote lost time, allowing you to accomplish more than you could in the base game. This is a huge quality of life fix for one of my biggest issues with The Sims 2. While we're talking about my biggest issues with The Sims 2, there's the Simply Leftovers mod. If you're like me, you probably wonder why every time your Sim gets leftovers, they bring out the whole dish instead of just a single plate. But thank God for the Simply Leftovers mod. This allows you to put leftovers away as single plate, virtually eliminating this issue. This honestly is such a relief. It saves you so much time when your Sims are getting leftovers. You have to wait for them to eat, put the dish away again. It's just way easier for them to grab a single plate, be done with it. Thank God for this mod. Hands down, one of the most frustrating bugs with Open for Business is not having any customers come to your lot. Very annoying, and it basically renders your businesses unplayable. After lots of digging online and lots of stressing, I was able to discover this fix. For me, this basically made businesses playable again. I mean, I tried everything, deleting mods, I reset my neighborhoods, and nothing would work except for this mod. If you like Open for Business as much as I do, This COP Business Fix is a must-have, but you probably don't need it if you're not experiencing any issues. However, if you do start seeing issues with customers not coming to your business, then this mod is definitely gonna fix that. Now getting on to some immersion mods, the car spawning fire hydrant is definitely one of my favorites. This is a fire hydrant that you can place on any lot to get cars occasionally spawning and driving through your neighborhood. It's a nice little touch to have cars driving down the street, and it really adds to the immersion and the feeling that you're in a breathing, living world. On that same note, we also have the decorative parking spaces mod. This allows you to place parking spaces for community lots and businesses where cars will randomly spawn depending on the time of day. This adds a lot of immersion, and I love using this on businesses and other community lots, like I said, just to give the feeling that these people actually drove up and are shopping around my store. I also really appreciate how the creator of this mod took time of day into place. The middle of the day is going to be the highest chance for cars to spawn in any parking spot, but as we get into the late night, that's when you're going to see a lot less cars spawning in those spots. And finally, last but certainly not least, my favorite mod for The Sims 2. This is going to be LTW's 50 new lifetime wants for Sims 2. This is a fairly recent mod that was published back in 2022. This adds 50 new lifetime wants, more than doubling the selection that we have available in the Ultimate Collection. If you're a wants-based Sims 2 player like I am myself, then this is definitely a must-have. This adds a ton of variation and replayability into the game, which I love. Just to give you guys some examples of these new lifetime wants, there is get abducted 20 times and learn from aliens, get promoted in 15 different careers, publish a $5,000 bestseller, take 200 orders as a bartender or a barista, restore 50 cars, and spend 200 hours teaching others. The Sims 2 already comes with a bunch of cool lifetime wants, but this mod really just takes that to the next level. The Sims 2 is a great game held back by technical glitches and minor bugs. Thanks to the modding community, most of these issues can be fixed, and The Sims 2 can finally shine to its fullest potential. The game and its expansions are already great on their own, but The Sims 2 becomes truly special when you add mods into the mix. In my last video, I gave some of my thoughts and first impressions of The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection without a single mod installed. If you want to see that video, I'll have it up on the screen for you now. Well, I'm gonna go binge some more Sims 2, guys.